Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. In today's video we're going to be going over the very basic LX2610 SU. It's an overview, so we're going to be starting at the front and working our way to the back, showing you all the key features. The LX lineup has a few different models in it. So in this case, what we have behind me today is the SU edition, but they also have just the regular 2610 as well as an LX3310 if you're looking for a little bit more horsepower. They also have a couple of cab models, whether it be 26 or 33 horsepower again. Where that situates in the lineup, so you have the B01 and then the LX, and then above that is the Grand Ls or the Economy Ls, depending if you're looking at a cab or open station. So fits nicely into there. Very popular unit. It fits a lot of needs if you're looking for a bigger stance of a tractor with some good lift capacities, but also looking for a deluxe tractor. And you're like, well, I thought you said this is a basic tractor, and that would be correct. In the LX lineup, they also have the SU edition, which stands for the Special Utility, which is what we have here today to talk about. It is a little bit different than what else Kubota offers in that lineup, and it does stand out. So let's jump to it and talk about the front, about the loader here and what makes it a little bit different. Okay, so whenever you start on the front of an LX, you're gonna have the LA535 loader. Pretty special loader. Again, whenever you start at the bucket, you have two choices of buckets. You either have 54 or 60 inch. And again, most people are gonna go with a 60 inch because it has that extra lift capacity. The 54, if we had one on the front here, it's going to be a much deeper bucket, so you still have the same good amount of volume there whenever up against the 60 inch, but just a narrower bucket. So most people like the 60 inch because it gets you a little bit wider, gets you closer to your obstacles and whatever else you need. It's going to come standard with your skid steer quick attach, which is great because again, 99% of these smaller tractors now are going out with that because people want different implements, whether it be a grapple or pallet forks or anything of that nature. Again, your lift capacities on this loader, you know, being that LA535, are roughly 1,200 pounds is what it translates into, because that 535 means it's 535 kilos. So pretty slick and simple there. One thing you won't see installed in here yet, but is now released for it, is it does have that grill insert on there. So that black thing that you've seen on the LO2s is now available on the LX lineup. It makes a nice clean package. As well as with these loaders, you do have quite a bit of options. You can get your third function installed. After that, you can get self-leveling, as well as you can get the quick disconnect there, like that would follow up from your BX's B01s, as well as you can get it as an option on your on this particular loader on your LX lineup. So one key feature that I like to point out with them is it does come standard with your level indicator there. Again, it was always an option on your BXs, so it's nice to have it once you get up into bigger tractors, have it there. And it's also an option on your LO2s, so it's nice, again, that it comes standard equipment on one of these. So let's jump a little bit farther back, talk about the engine and the operator station. So again, as mentioned, whenever you start talking about the LX lineup, it either comes in 33 or 26 horsepower. The 33, the drawback to it is you're gonna get into emission control, so most people do settle with the LX 2610. This particular engine is a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel, pumping out roughly 25 horsepower there. If you're looking for your hydraulic flow, you're just short of 9 gallons per minute, about 8.7 to be exact on that. Whenever you talk about the operator station, and whenever you're comparing it against the regular LX 2610s, what's missing? Well, there's 3 key features that you're missing. There's no tilt steering, no mid PTO, and what Kubota wants us to call is a standard seat, what I like to refer to as a crappy seat, compared to the very deluxe seat on the LX 2610 regular. So that's your 3 key differences you're going to see. What you don't notice until you actually sit on it is compared to it gets very close, very tight to the steering wheel. So even though there's a big operator station and an operator's platform there, very comfortable to get in and out, it does maybe be very tight there if you're a little bit larger of a person. It can kind of jam you up a little bit there. So you just want to be mindful of that. It is nice though that you do get the armrests, and everything else is standard. Equipment is what you're going to see on the LXs. So you're still going to have your 3-range higher static transmission. Again, whenever it comes to turning on your PTO, standard yellow lever. You're going to still have a deluxe 3-point hitch. That means you have the numbers on the side over there to leave it. If you used your blade last time at number 4, you just put it back to number 4. You're not really guessing that way. Whenever you had the B50 series, the SUs didn't have the nice 3-point hitch. It left you wanting more and a little bit disappointed that way. As well as it's still got your standard 4-wheel drive, the nice big pedal there for forward reverse. Everything's the same and very deluxe that way. Like I said, so not many drawbacks there. One beautiful thing is, whenever we're skipping back into talking about the Backhoe here, is it is nice having one seat. This is as big as you can get, and this is a common package you'll see with the SU, because with the no mid PTOs, you will see a Backhoe installed quite a bit, and it is nice being able to flip around that seat and being just one seat, because otherwise it is whether it be a cab model or whenever you get up into the LO2s, it's going to be the same Backhoe, but going to have 2 seats there. So now let's jump back and talk about that Backhoe. Here we have the BH77. It's a standard Backhoe that you're going to see on an LX. It fits a lot of different units, whether it be in the LX lineup or the LO2s, and you can even put this Backhoe on the L3560 open station. So quite a few models that you're going to see this unit on. It's pretty standard equipment, but it works beautifully on an LX SU. And why is that? Well, with no mid PTO, you're going to be seeing this a lot, because it saves you a little bit of money comparing it to the regular LX. So that's why most people pop a Backhoe on it. Whenever you save money somewhere else, let's spend it on a Backhoe. So what's so great about the BH77? There's kind of little key features you're going to want to know. So where does the 77 come from? Well, that means it digs a flat bottom of 7'7". So again, straight down, you're going to be digging at that. A lot of people ask, what's your loading height, or dumping height, I should say. You're going to be looking at approximately 66 inches there. The whole Backhoe itself is going to be about 1,100 pounds, so it does add quite a bit of weight. Some dealerships will then not load the tires. We still load them here, again, for whenever you don't have that Backhoe on, whether rear implement you don't want, but again, not really a necessity if you're going to be leaving that Backhoe on 24/7. One other nice feature is that thumb out there. So again, whenever you get into utilizing this Backhoe, you're going to want a thumb. Again, especially if you're new to the operation of it, it just makes life easy for you, whether you're grabbing brush, branches, pretty much anything under the sun. Going to make life easy for you. Not an expensive option, worthwhile having it. It's really going to save that Backhoe and save your frustration level. So whenever you get into the bucket choices, not too many from Kubota. There is an aftermarket aspect to it that you are able to get your ditching buckets and frost strippers and stuff. But from Kubota, you're going to have a standard 16-inch bucket there, but you will have choices of a 12 up to a 24, depending on your application. No quick attach, again, from Kubota. Lots of aftermarket companies do take care of that, depending on what you're looking for. Just be mindful of what you're getting, and you don't want to get too far out there. It will put extra stress on those cylinders. So just be mindful of that whenever you're thinking about getting some aftermarket options that way, but pretty slick and simple package. All right, so that brings the end of today's overview video of the LX2610 SU. As you can see, it's a very capable unit with lots of key features to know. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of background knowledge whenever you get to your local dealership, so that they can, so that product specialist can help you out, narrow down whether this will be the unit for you. As I mentioned, this is kind of the setup you're going to see a lot, whether it be a loader on the front and a Backhoe on the back. It's a very popular unit for that. So if you did enjoy today's video and you learned a little bit, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you.